Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? I'm back again. I think I did say, I think I said that I was trying to get back to Vlogtober, but it might be a few days. Did I say that? Because it definitely has been. I'm sorry. I am on my second day off for the week. So I finally got rest. Like, on full honesty, I think I slept in until 4 or 5 in the afternoon on Sunday. Yeah. I'm recording this on Monday, which was my second day off, like I said. So it's your Tuesday. So what does that make it? Officially Vlogtober day 28. Oh, I failed so badly this year. We're going to get back on track, though. I mean, I've put out more videos this month than I think all of last month, so we're slowly getting back, right? I did actually do things today, which is why I didn't record, I guess. I didn't record last night because, so my last night being Sunday night, like I said, I slept in, so I got some rest, but then last night I started writing again, to be fully honest. For those of you who stick around to the ends of my videos, that's when I usually talk about the writing. But I started writing. I am almost through. I know this isn't going to sound like a lot, but I'm almost through chapter 3. But I'm already up to like chapter 2 was not a novel, but like a novella. It was long. It was real long. Kind of necessary. But anyway, you guys aren't here for that. Some of you guys aren't here for that. So I started writing, and I just didn't stop. I was crocheting in between writing, and researching and stuff, and that ended up being my night. I was just like, by the time the thought occurred to me, like I really should do a video, I was tired. I was ready for bed, and I had to get up early today being my Monday, because I had a mammogram today. Yay. I'm less thrilled than I even normally would be, because the last time I had one, they had to call me back a second time because they found something irregular. And that ended up just being something irregular. Like they literally said it could be just like a growth of something like benign or whatever. But he said, don't be surprised if every year that you get one, you get called back for a second. So I was like, that's great. I have that to look forward to for the rest of my life. Cool. So yeah, I went in today basically with the attitude of, I mean, I didn't have a bad attitude towards people, like it's not their fault, but I'm saying like my inward attitude was basically like, yeah, I'll see you again in, a couple weeks or whatever. But that's how I started my day today. And then I got back to the house, and David asked me if I wanted to go eat. Yes, I would like to go out and eat. Yes, I would. So we went out, and we went that way to the bigger city that's that way, where that was formerly where my smallest Joann's was. It's where my biggest Michael's is, but the Michael's there is bigger, and I think they have more just in general yarn. Maybe not anymore. Maybe the Michael's that way has the same amount, even though the store is smaller. But all of that said, the bigger real estate area, Michael's, never has like the macchiato cakes, the anniversary cakes, the smash cakes. They never have them. They never have the new stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason. I'm sure like some Michael's get them and some don't, especially if there's multiple ones in the area, but they don't. And I personally don't understand why, even though I'm sure there is a reason. So yeah, so we went up that way, and we went to Bob Evans, which I think is national. I don't think it's worldwide. It might be worldwide. I don't know. it's basically just like, I think they're literally advertised as like country cooking. Kind of Cracker Barrel-y, kind of. Not the same atmosphere, but I mean, it's like the down home cooking, you know. So we ate there. And then I had told David that I really wanted to go to Target to find some new Stranger Things merch that came out. Randy messaged me and she was like, you need to get there. And then oddly enough, right after she messaged me, I know I've mentioned the Black Hearts Club, which is a YouTube channel. It's like spooky Halloween, all the good stuff, you know. I'm a fangirl of theirs, and I watched Derek's video, and he showed us Target, and he was showing us like Halloween stuff or Halloween clearance, and then Stranger Things stuff. So I was, Randy and Derek, like, oh, you know, Stranger Things, Halloween, yes. So we went. I totally need to show you what I got, and I'm about to, like, you see them. This is what I wanted to go for. This, if I had only found this, if this was the only item stocked, I would not have cared. This was it right here. This is from season 2. In case you can't see well, it's Hopper in the pumpkin patch from season 2, episode 2, I believe. The Trick or Treat Freaks, the Halloween episode. This is Hopper in the pumpkin patch. And it's my favorite of the movie poster, you know, the season posters. It's the one that's hanging up in my room upstairs. I love it. I had, you know how much I love Hopper anyway, but I had to have my favorite Hopper from my favorite episode. I had to have it. Plus it's long sleeves, so, you know, going into fall, winter vibe in here. I need it. I'm freezing all the time. I've already got my little desk heater out because it's been so cold. My car frosted the other day. It's cold. So we went to Target. I will show you what else I got. And then I don't know, riddle me this. Usually when Michael's gives all of us the free vouchers, like, hey, haven't seen you in a while, here, have a voucher. Not a coupon off, a voucher, which happens less often than the coupons, right? At least for me. But it's always been a $5 voucher. Somehow, even though the last time I purchased yarn, which I still haven't shown you, I haven't unpacked it or anything, the bag is sitting right here. That needs to happen. I need to get my butt back on videos so that you can see this luscious yarn. But that is the last time I spent money with Michaels, because, you know, I'm really trying not to. And I made that purchase only because I had a $10 voucher. I ended up with another $10 voucher. So we went. I got $10 worth of stuff. I actually got $20 worth of stuff, and I ended up paying $10 for it. So I mean, I was happy with that, you know. And then on the way home, David asked me if I wanted to stop at not Spirit Halloween, because that one's not in this town. That one is in like the town I go to that way and the town I go to that way. But it is not in this town. This one's just called the Halloween store. It's got a little bit less of a selection. It's got a lot of costumes, but like where Spirit has got like household things, makeup, like they had a little makeup, but like Spirit has like that stuff in abundance to me, like most of our Spirits do anyway. This one was more, it was like less inventory, more spread out. Does that make sense? Like there wasn't bare spots, but they were only stocked a couple in each area. Anyway, so we went there, and then we came home, and David went and picked up my father-in-law. He got home today. Obviously, he went and picked him up from the train station because he flew in to O'Hare, and then he took a train, and then we went to another town. Well, he went to another town to pick him up. I stayed home with Mav because they weren't like having a big visit or anything. He literally, it was 9:30 at night. He's been traveling for 24 hours. David just went and picked him up, took him home, unloaded him, and got him in, and then he came home. So it wasn't like a big reunion moment, you know. Hopefully that'll come this week. Because I start my vacation. I work okay, as you're seeing this, it's Tuesday. I work today. Then my vacation starts. So I need this vacation so bad. So bad. I just want to forget that I work where I work. I want to forget everything that's happened over the last month or two. Yeah, so I'm very excited and looking forward to that. Otherwise, like I haven't written yet today, and it's like 2 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, something like that. I haven't written today. I'm going to, and when I start uploading this, I'm going to go back to writing. Last night I knocked out, my goal is, I think I've mentioned before, my goal is like 2,000 words a day, or at least as close to it as I can get. There were a couple days where I was only doing, like, I think I did like 134. I think one day I did 90. And then I got up to 1,000 some, I got up to 2,000 and some. And then last night I got to almost 3,100 words. So I was, making up a little bit. So I was pretty happy with that. But the other thing I've been doing tonight is working on that shawl. So let me show you. I'm off of the solid color and I am on to my next cake and a good portion of the way through it. Hi! Of the next coffee cake in the color Grand Canyon. This is the Sea Breeze shawl tutorial by Fiber Spider. And I will show you how far I have gotten so far. I will show you once. Oh, I did get all the ends sewn into, which was, oh my gosh, that bothers me so bad that I didn't. So I got on that today. But see, I've got 4 rows. I'm on my 4th row here of the Grand Canyon color. And I have what's left of this cake, and I have a whole other cake. So I'm hoping the stripe will be like, this is 6 rows long. I'm hoping this will be obviously more than 6 rows, and it will be. I mean, we're already on row 4. I think it'll be at least 6, if not more. And then we'll see how big it is, because I do have more of this camely tan color. So I could always, trim the end of it or anything. But yeah, so this is going to be one of the donation shawls. And I got a little bit of Happy Mail to help me out with the scrap blanket that I was doing, which originally was supposed to be for the charity. I don't think it's going to be done in time, you guys. I really don't. Like, I guess I'll see how fast, but my plan is finish this on vacation and hopefully finish one more of this style of shawl in like a pink purple color that I have. I think I have enough of that. So, to be determined on that. But then pick up the scrap or a 3rd shawl, depending on how much time I have left. Speaking of the auction, there has been some lovely offers, and I mean, I'm not saying that as though I am accepting any and all offers for donations to this. I know that Erin from Crafting Kitty is, and we're going to circle back to Erin, but she has got a few things she sent me pictures of that she wanted to donate towards this charity auction. And Bella from Bella's Crochet Gifts is also donating some items, or an item. She's making a donation towards it. And I feel like somebody else had offered up something, but oh my gosh, if you have, please email me if you have. I will be checking my email often leading up to this especially, so that's a good way to get a hold of me. I mean, messaging me on Facebook is also a good way, but yeah. Miss Courtney is unable to do my guest hosting this year, but so I told you we were going to circle back. Erin is going to be my guest host, which I am super co-host, guest host, co-host. Which one sounds better? Anyway, she's going to be my partner in crime for the auction, and I'm super excited about that. And yeah, I mean, hopefully Courtney can pop in at least to visit us, but she's got some other stuff going on, and I just don't know if she will be able to or not, but you know, she'll be here in spirit. So I got, does this purple bag, any hints to who sent this? I got the package that Rose sent me, and I did open it because it's been a few days since I got it. I probably should have messaged her to let her know I got it. I'm sorry, Rose. I got it though. She sent me this card with it. It's beautiful, like holographic stuff. It says, boss lady, girls rule, yeah, make it happen, stronger, you got this, which, oh my gosh, I appreciate so much. Look how pretty that is. Glad I had the yarn you needed. Enjoy, Rose. So that's the card she sent me. Card. I love the holographic-y prettiness of it. And then this is, she sent me 2 skeins of the Big Twist Value in the color Bubblegum, which I know I'm all over the place, but when we went to Michael's today, they had some Big Twist Value and some Big Twist Sparkle. I'm just saying. None of this color though, because I was going to snag it up. But here is the beautiful Bubblegum color. Thank you so much, Rose. That would put me up to 5 total skeins, and I just don't know. With a blanket that size, I don't know if that's enough, but do you remember me telling you that I had messaged a lady from the Facebook buy and sell group? She came through. So today, I got this package, and there were 2 more skeins of the Bubblegum color. So that puts me up to 7. So I'm really hoping 7 is going to be, you know, the end of it. This lady did have some more, I think, also. So just in case. And I know that Randy said she was going to check her stuff too. But I mean, hopefully, I have enough. Fingers crossed. So let me show you what I got at Michael's while we're on, you know, the actual yarny stuff, right? I told you I got $20 worth of stuff, $10 voucher. So I mean, it was like 10 and change that I ended up paying. But Erin, I know if you're watching this, Erin and I talked about this particular item because I was so excited and I was so proud of myself at the same time. So I was like, I just left it there. It was just too much money. I'm not going to get it, you know, even if it's cute and adorable as all get out, I'm not going to do it. And when I went today, this item came in 2 colors, pink and silver. Okay. And I wanted the silver one so bad. Well, I went today. Almost all of their Halloween stuff is wiped out. They have some Summerween stuff left, but most of their actual Halloween stuff is just gone. It's all at 50%, I think, or more off, depending on what it is. I think this one was 50% off. But there was 1 silver and 1 pink left. So like it was meant to be. I had my choice. I wanted the silver one. It's a disco ball bat, you guys. How stinking cool is that? I like my glitter. I like, it's even got a silver velvety thing at the bottom to say. And I like my traditional Halloween stuff. I don't usually like mix the two that often. Maybe sometimes. Today is one of those times because look, he's got little silver sparkly bat ears. He's got the mermaid. I love the mermaid skin sequin stuff. I don't know what my obsession is with it, but I love it. He's got that. He's a disco ball. Did I mention that? He's a disco ball. So I'm thinking he might hang up here. I don't know. I'm going to find a place to hang him up because this little guy deserves to hang up. I'm actually wondering if maybe I can get away with hanging him up in the second bedroom down here. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but he's going up and I love him. Isn't he adorable? I got yarn too, but I wanted to show you him. I love that thing. The other thing that I got, there's sparkle all over this, I think from the bat ears. So just bear in mind, this yarn does not come sparkly. But there was an end cap because, of course, they, like I said, they don't have the new anniversary cakes and the new macchiato cakes. And I was going to get one of those. But I saw this, and it's called Skyscape acrylic blend. And look at the colors. Tell me that is not full autumn splendor right there. It's like this chain spun or like blown yarn. Look at that. It's fuzzy and it's beautiful. I think a tag in my shirt is itchy. Anyway, oh my gosh, it's because I was so excited. Look it, guys. I still have the tag in my, anyway, we're not gonna worry about that right now, but that hasn't itched me all night and I just now felt it. Anyway, so the color of this is called Coral and Orange Multi. And this is it feels a lot like the Heathered Tweed, I think it was called, except that stuff had wool in it. It had some wool in it. And this does not. This is 262 yards, 240 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. It says it's a size 4. And it's 78% acrylic and 22% nylon. Now the directions do say hand washing cold, non-chlorine bleach when needed, dry flat, do not iron. We'll see if I end up doing that. It also says because this yarn is self-patterning, each ball may look different and will vary in the pattern repeat. I said it's a size 4. They suggest a 4.5 millimeter hook or 4 millimeter knitting needles. Where were you made? Mélange acrylique. Distributed by, it's made in China. And again, it is called Coral and Orange Multi. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. So I picked up, these were buy one, get one 50% off. So I picked up the only 2 that they had. And I love them. I think they're so pretty. And this might make, I could get a hat and a cowl out of this, right? Like a thin cowl, or at least like a neck warmer size cowl. To be determined, but maybe I can just get a couple hats out of it. That's fine too. But I'm thinking something to wear here because it's so soft and it's so just lusciousy feeling that, you know, you got to do it. So that's the yarn I got from Michaels and the bat. I love it. I love him so much. So that was our Michaels trip. Then, as I mentioned, we're going to get into some Stranger Things stuff because how can I not? And again, this was the first thing. Like, this was the last thing I found because this wasn't with the regulars, like the whole Stranger Things stuff. That was set up mostly, there was 2 aisles kind of in electronics or like where the books are. Not super familiar with Target enough to know if they're all basically the same layout or not. But it was towards the back of the store. We ended up, I was almost giving up finding it. I was like, oh, maybe I can just find it online. And David said, why don't we check the men's like apparel? And we almost gave up in the men's apparel section. But I happened to find it right as we were leaving it, like leaving that section to go check out. So hopper shirt. Let's see. Let's start here. There was so much stuff that I want, like so much stuff that I wanted, but this ended up being pricey as it was. And let me say, I was going to just put it on my credit card, even the amount that I did get. And the cashier chick that we were in her line, and she checked out, because David was getting some stuff. He has a trunk or treat thing for work he has to participate in. So he was getting some stuff, decorations and things. And he paid for his, I paid for mine because I was going to put mine on the credit card. And she checked him out. And then I thought I would get kind of like a look, you know, like you're getting a lot of Stranger Things stuff, lady. she just struck up a conversation with me about it. We ended up talking about how excited we were and how it was less than a month away for the first, installment, and how the last one is supposed to be super long of the three, like the one that comes out New Year's. And how I was telling her that I found an article that said they were going to release that also in theaters, in like AMC theaters. So she was super excited. And I was like teasing David, and I looked really close at him, and I was like, if only I could find someone who wants to go. And she was like, we'll go. She goes, we'll go, we'll ditch him. So I was like, this girl is my new bestie. I was like, I'll be back to pick you up. It was like, anybody listening to us is probably like, what are these weirdos talking about? But she was really cool. Anyway. So the moral of that story was I accidentally swiped my regular bank card. So I told David, I was like, well, groceries might have to go on the credit card. We'll see how it goes. But the first thing I grabbed, because I have this collection of them, because I hope to put them on like a jacket or a bag, even something. But I got a Stranger Things patch, like a cloth patch, embroidered patch. There's another one that said like stuck in the upside down or lost in the upside down. But I really like just the, the regular logo. So I got that. And then, let's see. I got it is a blind bag, but it's not my usual, like where I get they did have the next installment of the or the little, mystery capsule things, with characters in them, but I didn't get them this time. They were so pricey at Target. I can't remember the price, but I thought I was like, oh, like a lot of this stuff was pricey. I'm not going to lie, like for what I'm comfortable paying, but they were half cleared out. I was super excited, and, nobody was judging me for, for what I was getting. So, but it was a smaller blind bag. It's called Tiny Treasure Packs. And it says, it includes a complete 7-piece mini dice set. Cause I do gaming stuff with my friends. Plus, just I used to have a little dice collection, and my ex-husband kept that too for some reason. So I don't really have a lot of 20-sided dice or whatever. So it says it includes a complete 7-piece mini dice set, a metal collectible coin, and a fabric dice bag. And on the back it says, adventures calling, each tiny treasure pack is loaded with loot. Collect them all and gear up for your next trip to the Upside Down. It looks like there are 17 different dice sets. It doesn't say different, but I assume. It says 17 dice sets, 15 metal coins, and 3 dice bags. So whatever is in here, there's a random chance. So let's open it. I want to open it. I wanted to open this earlier, and I was like, no, I have to show everybody who wants to see. Oop. All right, what do we got? Is everything in the... Okay, I think everything's in this bag, which it looks like it's a little tiny bag. It's the red one from... It does say okay, it says randomly assorted. So I was like, if this is everything in this picture, before I open the bag, I'll just call your attention to, like I said, it's a red bag with the Demogorgon coin and these orangey red dice. Okay, I'm just saying. So here's the red bag. They were all the same picture though, so that's just a coincidence. Let's see what we got. Okay, the dice look to be, I think everything's in a bag, so we'll see. Okay, this is not, let me get it out of its little baggie. The metal coin is not the Demogorgon coin. I think I would have preferred the Demogorgon coin, but that's okay, because that's the risk you take. The back of it says Stranger Things. And then the front of it is the sign for Castle Byers. So I got the Castle Byers one. I'm not unhappy with that. I really like the Demogorgon, you guys know. So that's okay though. And then what dice do we have? They're in a baggie too. Good. I did not want to pull this out and lose it on the floor. Okay. They are little mini dice. Oh my god, I think I'm keeping these in the bag, so hopefully the glare won't kill us. But it is not the orange ones. It is just a blue set with silvery But you know what I really like aside from the fact that they're tiny, these look like the vintage, like I remember my cousins playing D&D, and that's who I had learned it from. And they didn't have like fancy colored dice or anything like that. They had just like, one cousin had all red dice with like black letters or, you know, numbers on it. One had all blue dice with maybe silver on it. One had all green. You know, they weren't, like I said, they weren't like marbled. They didn't have glitter on them. They didn't have any, but these look very old school to me, and I love it. So these are my dice. So that's what I ended up with. Not unhappy. Not unhappy. Now, if I find out there's a Hopper coin, I'll be unhappy. But, or maybe, you know, a Steve one. Just saying. But that was my little blind pack. I only got one of those. Oh, I do have more yarn to open with you guys. So if you think that we're done with the yarn, we're not. They had cups, and I have 3 glass cups that were kind of like a Target collector's set from last time. It was from season 3 or 4. 3 glass cups from one of the last seasons. And then I have a plastic one that I found of Surfer Boy Pizza to match my Surfer Boy Pizza plate. Because you know I'm weirdly obsessed with that, right? Well, they had the glasses, the cups, from seasons 1 through 4. And I did show some restraint. And I just went with season 1, because I got season 1s. But this is the classic picture. This one had the biggest Hopper picture also. I'm just saying. The other ones were, like, they're all basically the poster for the season. But season 2 was not this movie poster. It was just the regular group kind of poster. So yeah, I maybe if they're still around, I will go back in future paychecks and see if I can pick up seasons 2, 3, and 4, because I would love to. I didn't even get a good look at 4. We were like, not in a huge rush, but I had already made up my mind, like, I'm only getting this one. I'm only getting this one. So I didn't look at a lot of detail. I didn't see if Eddie was in it, but now I kind of feel bad because I love Eddie. He's like my fictional bestie. But yeah, so anyway, season 1 cup I got. And then they had, now I have to look because you know I collect my pop figures. Almost all of them are Stranger Things, which is how I'm trying to keep it at just a Stranger Things. I don't want to be a pop collector, you know. I do have some other pop figures, but I'm trying to really reel it in to just Stranger Things. That being said, I am trying to get all of the Stranger Things. Like, some of them are basically unobtainable, but you know, you got to have a goal, right? But the new season came out, and there was only one of this one. There was multiples of most of the other ones, and I'm hoping they seemed expensive on Target too. Or they were like $15, and I think they're 10 or 11 on Funko's site. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, but I think they are. Either way, I did not have the money to get everything in the series this time like I would have done previously. But there was only one of him, and you know I had to get Gem Hopper. So I did get my Hopper pop figure. I was super excited because so I started collecting them between season 2 and 3. So I have most of season 3. I have most of season 4. 4 is the one I have the most of. But, and then anything that's came out, you know, like they've come out with some like re-released ones from like season 2 or whatever. I've got those. But in season 4, unless you got the pack with him and Joyce together, which I did, but, there was no Hopper like on his own at all. So I was very, very unhappy about that. So they had him here, and I had to do it. I had to do it. So I got Gem Hopper. So excited. And all of my other ones were, I think they're all white boxes in some variation or another. So this one was a black box, maybe because it's the last season. I don't know, but I was super happy about that. Yeah, Gem Hopper. And then the last thing in this, I have one other bag with far less items, but I got this power bank. I wanted two of them so bad, but I had to pick, you know, have to be a little choosy, show some restraint, right? They had, I think, 4 or 5 different ones. Coming up in the new season, it's no secret now that, like, if you follow any Stranger Things news, there is a radio station, which we'll talk about in a second. But there's a radio station involved. And they had the van to that radio station as a power bank. They also had the van as, like, AirPod cases, but I don't have AirPods, so that stuff's already out the window for me. But they had the van as a power bank. They had this, which I'll show you in a second. They had a cassette that said Hellfire Club, and I wanted that thing so bad also. I had to choose between the two. I can't remember the other. They had 1 or 2 other ones. I cannot remember right now what they were. But I ended up getting Max's Walkman power bank. And it actually has, I won't be able to show you this very well, but if you can see this blue right here, that's a piece of like tape around the side that says Max on it. There are little buttons inside. It's obviously not a real tape or anything. It's a power bank for my phone. It comes with a charger and all that fun stuff. So, or a charging cable, I mean. So yeah, it's a it's a power bank, 4,000 mAh capacity. Here's what it looks like on the back. So there's the fully, see where it says Max? Yeah, I was a little too geeked out about that. So I picked that up. Now I will say there's a Hellfire Club D&D game that I wanted that thing so bad, and it was $50. So I was like, I can't do it, not right now. But I really want that. So what I did also pick up was, you know, I use that little mini backpack, the Hawkins High one from last season, as a purse. I take everywhere. I take my bag to work with me and all that kind of stuff. I like maxed out the strap, but first of all, how retro looking is this colorway? I love that. But here's like a crossbody bag kind of deal. It's got the regular 2 compartments inside kind of deal, and then it's got like this. Back in the day, I think these were on keychains, like just. I think they may still do it now, but I know some people also use them for ponytail holders, right? Which that would tangle in my hair so bad. But it's like stretchy. It's orange to go with this amazing, you know, this is like my color theme right here. You know it is. This has got HMSAV Club as a little like zipper pull charm. And then it's got this whole front, pretty roomy pouch for in the front. And that's got the kids on the bikes riding across the cool stripe of color. Oh, and the top says Hawkins Middle School 87. So we're in the year 87 in this one. There's a clue, right? And back is just branded the Stranger Things, you know, thing. And then it's got a silver zipper pull, or an orange zipper pull, I mean. But I got a new little bag to carry around. And this one's canvasy. My other one it's like leathery, you know. So I got that. And then there's one more thing. And this was part of the reason why I couldn't afford anything else. But there was one of these, and I very badly wanted it. I used to have a non-Stranger Things one of these. And that one, I don't know what happened to it, honestly. I think it either was a thing that just stayed with my ex-husband also for whatever reason, or it was lost in transit somewhere. But I had a lava lamp, and they had a lava lamp. And hopefully the glow from my light will not reflect. But look at these retro-y, like, it's like stuck in the 70s kind of color scheme, right? It says it glows red. It does look orangey in the picture with like red actual lava. So I don't, you know, we'll see. But my buddy the Demogorgon seems to really like it, so I think I will too. But this one is branded from the radio station that we were talking about, SQK. I think that stands for like Hawkins the Squawk from Hawkins or something like that. Yeah, the Squawk 94.5 FM. And then I don't know if the word lava was here, but I don't know if you can see right under Stranger Things, it says WSQK radio station, motion something light, and they like Sharpied it out. So I don't know if it's like motion lava light. I don't know what that said. I can't tell. But it's Sharpied out there, and it's Sharpied out here. So somebody took like care to actually oh, and it's Sharpied out on the side on both sides also. So I'm not really sure. This is not a toy. Glows bright red. Demogorgon approved. It doesn't say that. That's me being stupid, but caution glass, blah blah blah. Powered by AC mains, glows bright red, inline on and off switch, flowing action assists in relaxation and comfort. And it's got like the light bulb information and all that kind of stuff on it. So I'm pretty excited, and this is 100% going up on my desk in my Stranger Things room, which, by the way, I was really excited to show you guys, even though it's like very full of the Joann's yarn that I had, bought up forever ago. But for those of you who saw how like excited and happy I was for that room reveal, I mean, it's been a couple years now, I think, since I first made it, decorated it and all that. I had all of the movie posters hanging up on the A-frame of the wall on both sides. 2 of the posters just fell down. Like, I had poster command strips, and instead of using 1, I used 4. And I mean, it just, like, me and David were talking about it today, actually, and I was like, we have to get those put back up, because I hate seeing the bare wall there now, and knowing that it should be my Stranger Things stuff. So I'm going to get some more. We're going to try it again. But I'm very sad about that. But that lava lamp is going up there. That's going to help the mood, right? Last non-related yarn-y thing, and then we'll get back to the yarn. I picked up one thing. Well, it's like multiple things, but it's one pack of things at the Halloween store. You know how much I love vintagey things. Like I showed you the honeycomb spider that I got this year, and I love vintagey things, like decorations included, right? Even this book that I keep talking about I started it. The settings, it's gonna go later on and all, but it's starting in 1989 so that I can have that, like, it's not the reason why, but like I am definitely writing up all the nostalgia of the time. Like I'm so ridiculously stuck in the 80s. But something that they had a lot more of back then was cutouts. And these are obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously. I guess I'm not an expert on these, but I'm going to say that these are reproductions. I was just trying to see if they said, like, the copyright is for 1970, 1973, and 2018. But my guess is that they're just, like, reprints of those years' stuffs. But these are Beastal cutouts. And it's like a whole pack. But look at the cool, look at that. I'm gonna open it. It does show you up here, so you have an idea. They had several different ones, but I really love my owls. And I know I'm a dog mom, so don't tell Maverick, but I do love cats too, especially black cats. And of black cats, especially the vintage ones. Vintage signs and things like this. So I have to be really careful with the staples. I'm sorry. That is like a big worry of mine with my small fur child who likes to go around and eat everything. So bear with me one moment while I try to not destroy the contents and still keep my hand on the staple. Okay, one down, mostly. I swear the fact that I'm trying to do it is making it like all quickly and carefully that makes it even harder to get it. Oh, we're free. Now don't knock that down, Heather. Like usually they'll just pop off more solidly in one side or the other, but of course that's not the case today. Oh, see? Stayed inside that time. Okay. So, what do we got for the cutouts in here? This guy's sticking out. He's got a slot to put something in because it says B right here. But look how cool he looks. His little paw got bent. Oh, and then this slot says A. But here's another. Look how mischievous this guy looks. He looks very happy. And like one side is, I don't know how well you'll see this with my ring light, but one side is really glossy and the other side is matte. See how it just kind of lights up? And I think it's that way with all of these, the Beastal kinds of cutouts and things. Oh, I found A and B and some other parts. We've got A is a little foot. It'll go on the cat. B is a little foot. It'll go on the other cat. C is another little foot. We haven't found that owner yet. I'm gonna lose them. And then there's an owl. No cutout needed. Let me see if I can just show you this side, the more matte side. But there, each side does have a shiny side. He's so cool. He's so cool. And then we have, I'll show you the matte side again, a witch on her broomstick. Oh! Oh, I love the vintage looking stuff so much. Here is a haunted house. They look like pterodactyls up there, don't they? So I'll take it. I like pterodactyls. I like dinosaurs. I had one of these a long time ago, which I'm sure was also a reproduction. It's probably the 2018 one, or I don't know, but the black cat. And then there's the little hoot owl. Oh, here's the matte side. See, like those are proper mats. I love the stars. I love these so much. Like I wish I'd gotten the other packs too, but like back in the day, these were, like when Derek from the Black Hearts Club shows off stuff from old commercials or talks about them, those prices will be like 69 cents, I think was the one today, or like, $1.25. These suckers were like $9, and this was one of the cheaper packs. So I'm just saying, they're not, they're full of them though. It's not like one or two cutouts anymore either. Here's where the spot C goes, but there's a kitty. And then, oh, this one needs slot D. That's the front of the kitty, and slot D is the back of the kitty. So we have kitty, full kitty assembly lineage in my future. And then here is a scary black cat with a witch riding by, and more of the star design around the big full moon. I love it. And that is everything from that bag. So how cool is that? Let me get all these back in here real quick, but your girl is so happy, like with these and everything. I mean, today was like my version of a spooky spa day of relaxation, like just a shopping trip that I absolutely needed. I went crazy in Target, but at the other stores I tried to reel it in, not spend a bunch of money, maybe because I knew Target was gonna cost me, I don't know, but I was doing my best to be good. I could have done, let me tell you what, if I could have went free range or whatever, free reign in Target, I would have done a lot more damage than what I did, because I can tell you right now that Hellfire game would have been mine. The other figures would have been mine. Yeah, I would have done a lot more damage, but I was trying to be a good girl. I was trying real hard. And then I think I was pretty well you know, I reeled it in pretty well for the beastal cutouts also. Set those right down here. And throw my patch and stuff in here too so I don't lose them. I'm trying to like keep the junk separate, and I figured I would just make a little junk bag and then we'll talk about yarn. Because I have more yarn from the, speaking of Stranger Things, from the Stranger Things Yarnaceous Fibers countdown that Erin so graciously sent me. So wonderfully, thoughtfully. I don't know why graciously is not exactly the word, but yeah, I really appreciate it. My words are just, it's like 3:30 in the morning at this point, you guys. But here are the last ones. Now the one is going to be, that's surely, yeah, that's for Halloween itself. But I know I'm a couple days late on this one. I gotta be. But we have, let's see, October 24th is when I should have opened this. So it's been a minute. But we have the red wrapping here. And this was all in their Bronto DK base. And it is all, you know, based on Stranger Things. Now, I'm not even going to lie. I got some countdown boxes to the release date. I splurged there too, which was another reason that I had to be really careful here. I did not ever say I wasn't going to buy any yarn. But you know my situation. I need to reel it in. And I think I'm doing all right with, like, look at my videos from years ago. They're yarn haul, you know. Anyway, I know I don't have to explain or apologize, but I'm keeping myself on a expectation train too, I guess. But anyway, all right, so this is, did it say anything? Stranger Things, October 24th at Bronto DK. See if I can get it unwrapped properly and show you guys. Can you see it? Can you see it? Am I gonna like it? What do you think it is? Like, what character do you think it is? Okay, I'm gonna look. Before I even look, and I know it's not gonna be it, but I'm telling you right now, I feel like this is a very Billy colorway. To me, it's like blue jeans, and there's kind of some spotting of what I would call like a mustardy almost underneath, or like a brown of some sort, that would be like, you know, the sewn lines on denim. Or Eddie. I mean, Eddie's got denim too, but if I remember right, most of his denim is black. Maybe I'm wrong. But like, whenever I think of Billy, I think of denim. and the color blue, just because he's got those ocean blue eyes, and you know. So I would go with either Eddie or Billy for this, or maybe just Rock and Roll Boys, because you know they both really are. So let's see what this is called, but it's beautiful regardless. Why are you doing this to me? Why? Why, Yarnaceous Fibers? It is Eddie Munson inspired. Do you see this? This happens every time I watch season 4. Every time. The name of the yarn in its entirety. Let me just tell you about it before I cry or something. It's Bronto DK, 85% superwash merino wool and 15% nylon. From Yarnaceous Fibers, 246 yards per 100 gram, which I believe this probably is. It is called I Didn't Run Away This Time, right, Eddie Munson? No, Eddie, you did not run away. I love Eddie. Oh. Ridiculous, I know. I'm aware. But this stuff is so soft too. Oh, my Eddie yarn. I've got Hopper, Steve, and Eddie. And I mean, and Robin. She's not to be left out. If there was a Dustin, I know they didn't save Dustin for the end. If there was a Dustin, all of my favorite characters would be in this series. And there was only 5 yarns, so it's not like, you know, you have a better chance because it's like 12 or 13 days of Halloween or 31 days of October or anything like that. Out of 5 yarns, 3 of my favorite characters. I feel like the last one's going to be an 11 one. Or Max. But Eddie. And we started it out with Hopper. And oh, I'm just, oh. Erin, thank you so much. I love this. I love it. And I'm not even like, ooh, blue, like every blue yarn I see, I'm not just like, oh, but I really do. I love this denim, and knowing that it's like an Eddie thing, it makes it even more special to me. Yay. So now that I have made a fool of myself, I think that might be everything that I had to tell you about today. And we're running like an hour long almost today. By the time I get my intro in and all that, it will be an hour. I still didn't change that lantern light. I won't be home to do it at the right time tomorrow. So on vacation, I'm going to need to do it. But that's how, you know, like for when I do my countdown, that's the light that is usually lighting the way out there. So I need to do that. Because I know you guys really like the countdown. All of that said, I'm going to let you guys go. Hopefully you forgive me for not being here every day this month especially. But I do appreciate you guys coming back and checking everything out with me and, you know. All right. I love you guys. My brain is failing me. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of writing done this night. That's for sure. But all right. Bye, guys.